You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one. We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did. That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused. Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse, which is why we're needed. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture. Another time, perhaps. There's still a lot of work ahead. As I was saying, you traveled some distance to reach Haven. You're from the Circle in Ostwick? It does at times. I'm still getting used to it myself. It's been... interesting. I'm sorry. The Circle isn't the most pleasant topic of conversation right now, or ever. Shall we speak of something else? The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should, and in that time they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. But I sympathize with their frustrations. If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can. I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local Chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home. I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first. Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another. Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates, or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious. I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession, at least. Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's harrowing, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely. A habit often mistaken for coldness, I'm sure. But we are expected to keep a certain distance from our charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding. There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could. I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered. There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen. Physical? Why... why would you... That's not expected. Templars can marry, although there are rules around it, and the Order must grant permission. Some may choose to give up more to prove their devotion, but it's Required? Me? No. I've taken no such vows. Maker's breath. Can we speak of something else? Would you require anything? I'll be here. Was there something you needed? What would you like to know? I grew up in Ferelden, near Honleath. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years. I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos. No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight. You who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it. While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine. You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it. There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare. The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far. I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner. I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health. I'm sure you have other matters to attend. Did you need something? The Lord Seeker's actions are a mystery, but the Templars will aid us. They cannot sit idle while the breach remains. I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death. Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave. The Inquisition claims only that we must close the breach or perish. The walls will be standing when you return. I hope. One watchguard reporting. It's a massive force, the bulk over the mountain.
None.
Templars! Is this the Order's response to our talks with the mages, attacking blindly? Haven is no fortress. If we are to withstand this monster, we must control the battle. Get out there and hit that force. Use everything you can. Mages! You! You have sanction to engage them! That is Samson! He will not make it easy! Inquisition! With the Herald! Move it! Move it! We need everyone back to the Chantry! It's the only building that might hold against that beast! At this point, just make them work for it. Herald, our position is not good. That dragon stole back any time you might have earned us. I don't care what it looks like. It's got a path for that army. They'll kill everyone in Haven. You don't like... Herald, there are no tactics to make this survivable. The only thing that slowed them was the avalanche. We could turn the remaining trebuchets, cause one last slide. We're dying, but we can decide how. Many don't get that choice. Possibly, if he shows us the path. But what of your escape? Perhaps you will surprise it. Find a way. Inquisition, follow Chancellor Roderick through the Chantry. Move! They'll load the trebuchets. Keep the Elder One's attention until we're above the tree line. If we are to have a chance, if you are to have a chance, let that thing hear you. Who put you in charge? We need a consensus or we have nothing. Come from nowhere. So this is where it begins. Skyhold has the bones to withstand Corypheus. After what you did with one trebuchet, I'd bet against direct attack. On your order, Inquisitor. Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there. Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have. If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor. Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but has improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor. I was brought on to oversee the Inquisition's forces and offer military advice. That hasn't changed. We needed a leader. You have proven yourself, as am I. You stayed behind. You could have... I will not allow the events at Haven to happen again. You have my word.
No. I fear I made few friends there, and my family's in Ferelden, not in Kirkwall.
Repairs to Skyhold's fortifications are progressing. Our scouts report no immediate threats in the surrounding area. We are fortunate Solus knew of this place. I'm sure you have other matters to attend. Gloat all you like. I have this one. Why do I even... Inquisitor. I should return to my duties as well. Unless you would care for a game. As a child, I played this with my sister. She would get this stuck-up grin whenever she won, which was all the time. My brother and I practiced together for weeks. Oh, the look on her face the day I finally won. Between serving the Templars and the Inquisition, I haven't seen them in years. I wonder if she still plays. 2 sisters and a brother. They moved to South Reach after the Blight. I do not write to them as often as I should. Oh, it's my turn. This may be the longest we've gone without discussing the Inquisition, or related matters. To be honest, I appreciate the distraction. I would like that. You said that. We should finish our game, right? My turn? I believe this one is yours. Well played. We shall have to try again sometime. Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. Therenfall Redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete. He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness. We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded. As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you. Right. Thank you. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it. When I joined the Inquisition, it's been months now. It hasn't yet. After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty. I can endure it. Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment. When I arrived in Kirkwall, Samson and I shared quarters. He seemed a decent man at first. Knight Commander Meredith later expelled Samson for erratic behavior. He ended up begging on Kirkwall streets. He committed further crimes, but managed to evade the Order's justice. Now Samson serves Corypheus as his loyal general. He had a chronic lyrium addiction. He spent every last coin buying it from local smugglers. Perhaps Corypheus flattered his vanity, gave him purpose as well as lyrium. Perhaps that's all it took. Order expelled him. But he had choices. He could have found another path. I don't understand how he became so powerful. Even with red lyrium, Samson's glory days are long behind him. Yes? I mean, of course. It's a nice day. There was something you wished to discuss. I could. I mean, I do think of you, and what I might say in this sort of situation. You're the Inquisitor. We're at war, and you... I didn't think it was possible. So you are. It seems too much to ask, but I want to. What? Was there something you needed? You may be right. I hoped you'd stop by. For you, always. You wouldn't believe how quickly gossip spreads through the barracks. I would rather our private affairs remain that way. But if there were nothing here for people to talk about, I would regret it more. Longer than I should admit. I hadn't considered. I have no title outside the Inquisition. I hope that doesn't... I mean, does it bother you? Not very good at this, am I? If I seem unsure, it's because because it's been a long time since I've wanted anyone in my life. I wasn't expecting to find that here.
Inquisitor, we were... I wasn't... I mean, I was. We have work to do.
Have a thing for strapping young Templars, I see. Oh, nothing. Just something I find rather adorable about you.
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress. Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years. Title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne. It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe. You need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better. No, I didn't mean to make his breath. I've answered that question so many times, I'm rejecting it automatically. I'm not one for dancing. The Templars never attended balls. Legion's social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful. Spard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option. I'll let you know at once if I do. No, they won't leave me alone. Hardly. Anyway, yours. Did you just grab my bottom? More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting. Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight. And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right. If there truly is proof Gaspard's in league with Corypheus, that would be a start. Which could be a trap. At once. Be careful, Inquisitor. Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do? What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment. There you are. Everyone's been looking for you. Things have calmed down for the moment. Are you all right? This whole operation had me on edge. I'm glad it's over. I know it's foolish, but I was worried for you tonight. You may never have another chance like this, so I must ask. May I have this dance, my lady? For you, I'll try. I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't... If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit...
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter.
Forgive me.
I swear, I didn't know you were...
I never meant for this to interfere, but whatever good it does, promises me nothing if I cannot keep them.
You asked what happened to Ferelden's circle. It was taken over by abominations. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. Was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? A fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall's circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life? Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it.
No. But... these memories have always haunted me. If they become worse, if I cannot endure this... All right. I need a moment. Could we speak another time? I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me... If there's anything... This sounded much better in my head. The pain comes and goes.
Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day. I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Where I saw mages, I'm not sure I would have cared about you. The thought of that sickens me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start. Even after. What about you? You have troubles of your own. How are you holding up? You've made great strides. Do not doubt yourself, or the Inquisition just yet. If there's anything I can do, you have only to ask.
There you are. Yes. I mean, no. There's something I wanted to ask you. We have some dealings in Ferelden. I was hoping you might accompany me. When you can spare the time, of course. What? No. I would rather explain there, if you wish to go. I will make the necessary arrangements. You walk into danger every day. I wanted to take you away from that, if only for a moment. I grew up not far from here. This place was always quiet. The Templars have rules on fraternization, but I'm no longer bound by them. It is hard to believe I wouldn't have noticed you. Last time I was here was the day I left for Templar training. My brother gave me this. It just happened to be in his pocket, but he said it was for luck. Templars are not supposed to carry such things. Our faith should see us through. Until a year ago, I was very good at following them. Most of the time. This was the only thing I took from Ferelden that the Templars didn't give me. I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails, but the indifference to it all. Or an attempt at it anyway. Well, I'm grateful for your poor taste in dance partners. Always. No. I may have chosen to leave that life, but I respect those who remain. Magic ungoverned could tear the world apart. It's doing so now. Templars are trained and able to confront such dangers. Some call the Circle a prison that can only breed resentment. Perhaps opportunities to work outside the Circle. A mixed military service or healers' clinics with Templar support. And there must be a safer way for Templars to leave. Templars can lose their memories to lyrium. Some call it a gift, to forget the failed harrowings, the demons. Some atrocities haunt me still. But to lose what good I can recall, I nearly lost my mind once. It is no gift. Mages would be watched, but could pursue interests outside the Circle. Neither freedom nor prison. I don't know. I attended her harrowing, actually. She was a lovely woman. There was some youthful infatuation on my part. A feeling I had forsaken until recently. She was one of my charges. Even if she felt the same, it would have been inappropriate. I saw her once after she became a warden. She freed the tower during the Blight. I would be dead or mad if not for her. I was in a sorry state when she found me. The things I said were unkind, untoward. I regret them now. I wish she knew that. After the Ferelden Circle, I thought all mages were like the ones there. Knight Commander Meredith's methods were harsh, but they kept people safe. She was my Knight Commander. I had no reason to distrust her. She wasn't wrong about the Blood Mages in Kirkwall. Meredith encouraged my anger towards the mages. There was only so far I would go, and she knew that too. I was her second in command. She kept decisions from me, those I would question. I believed she was serving the city. I never thought to question her. Forgive my lack of professional decorum, but very much so. The Inquisition is my chance to atone. I will not see it fail. I've received word from my eldest sister. She was always good at tracking me down. South Reach has experienced the same chaos as everywhere else. My family is fine. Pray they remain so. I let her know I was in Haven. She assumed I survived. It's not the first time. I may have neglected to tell her when I was transferred to Kirkwall. I wanted only to leave. I received an angry letter about my disappearance 2 years later. For all her reprimands, it was a relief to hear from someone who knew me before the Blight. To be honest, I hadn't given it much thought until recently. I'm not used to having so many possibilities. Creating Inquisition footholds outside Skyhold has strengthened our reputation.
People view us as a stabilizing force. We've received a number of recruits eager to pledge themselves to our cause. The smugglers we interrogated gave up the Red Templars' main source of red lyrium, Inquisitor. It's located in the Dales, near a town called Sarnia. Destroying the mine there will cripple Samson's operations. Destroying the Red Templars' source of lyrium will be a loss Samson won't soon forget.
Good to see you.
My senior officers report that the soldiers are in good spirits. Having the Imperial Army as an ally has bolstered their confidence. The Orlesian military is highly regarded. Of course, I'd wager our own recruits are equal to any chevalier.
Andraste, preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling. I am not bait.
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
Please don't ask me this. I think you do. It's not that simple, and I would rather not think of it. I've been reading the letters found in the quarry. Samson is making red lyrium from people?
I knew Samson had fallen, but this... it's monstrous. We have to put an end to him. Look at these orders from the encampment. That armor must give Samson extraordinary power. We may not be able to stop him. I couldn't say how. Templars are trained not to destroy expensive magical equipment. Perhaps Dagna has some ideas. She crafts the impossible every day.
Who do you mean?
How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
Inquisition would not exist without her.
I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Liliana is just as responsible for its formation. I'm glad we were able to secure the Orlesians as allies. I've received word from the Imperial Army. They are ready to march with the Inquisition when called upon. No red lyrium, no allies, and soon Samson will have no armor, I hope. Dagna's started work on her red lyrium samples, but she needs more details on the armor. We found orders in the mine. They mention Maddox, a name I did not expect to hear. Perhaps it's a rank among the Red Templars. It could be a title from ancient Tevinter. Or it's some other role Corypheus has planned for Samson, and Maddox is part of it. In a way, this is complicated. Maddox was a mage in Kirkwall's circle. Samson smuggled letters between him and his sweetheart. Eventually, Samson was caught. That's why he was cast out of the Order. Maddox was made tranquil and became a skilled craftsman of magical items. Samson must have rescued him. The official charge was corrupting the moral integrity of a Templar. Knight Commander Meredith wielded the brand for far lesser offenses, believe me. When the mages rebelled in Kirkwall, the worst battles took place at the gallows in the circle itself. I thought Maddox had died in the fighting, or was eking out a living on the streets. A hard fate for a tranquil in Kirkwall. Samson must have found him, taken him in. I couldn't say. I've lived around Tranquil most of my life, and I've never understood them. It seems Maddox built Samson's armor for him, and maintains it still. Tranquil and Kirkwall needed rare and expensive supplies for their enchantments. Supplies we can trace. I can have our men kick down some doors, Inquisitor. Samson's armor might lead us right to his stronghold. Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment. A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls. And thanks to our Lady Ambassador, the Inquisition forces can breach the gate. But if the Wardens already have their demons, that's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Clarel. It'll be hard fought, no way around it. But we'll get that gate open. We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, and we march on adamant.
Pull back! They're through!
Have your way in. Best make use of it. We'll keep the main host of demons occupied for as long as we can.
We'll do what we have to, Inquisitor. Warden Alistair will guard your back. Hawk is with our soldiers on the battlements. She's assisting them until you arrive.
There's too much resistance on the walls. Our men on the ladders can't get a foothold. If you can clear out the enemies on the battlements, we'll cover your advance. Island's men will monitor the situation. In the meantime, we'll send soldiers to assist with the relief effort. That will be all. I shouldn't complain. This war won't last forever. When it started, I hadn't considered much beyond our survival. But things are different now.
I find myself wondering what will happen after. When this is over, I will want to move on. Not from you.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlay's support, our numbers match his. Corypheus's followers must be panicking. After Adamant, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds and sent them marching south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Have him, Inquisitor. We found Samson's lair. My duties usually keep me here, but for Samson, I'll make an exception. All the more reason for me to go. I would sleep better if I knew I would be at your side. We'll depart at your leave. This is it. The heart of Samson's command. Nor I. Maker, tell me he hasn't fled. Samson must have ordered his Templars to sack his headquarters so we couldn't. I think you're right. Still, we've dealt Samson a blow. You threw your lives away for Samson? Why? We should check the camp. Maddox may have missed something. Samson left a message for me. Drink enough lyrium and its song reveals the truth. The chantry used us, you're fighting the wrong battle. Corypheus chose me as his general and his vessel of power. Now there's such nonsense. Does he think I'll understand? What does he know? Maddox used these to make Samson's armor. She could use them to unmake it. We have him.
The Red Lyrium deposits are being destroyed, and we've cut the Red Templars down to the core. It's a pity Maddox thought his sacrifice was the only answer. That leaves Samson with a severely curtailed army, and enchanted armor he can't maintain. You did it. Well, I thank you. But my work's not done yet. We're getting recruits by the hour. There's more than a few ex-Templars among them. We've struck a blow and given people hope. This is a true victory. Maddox covered Samson's tracks thoroughly. But wherever Samson's retreated, we'll find him. Your army stands ready, Inquisitor. For Samson, for Corypheus, for whatever you command.
Plan is sound. We are ready to move on the Arbor Wilds when you give the word. I will see you reach the temple before Corypheus. Only that I'm never playing cards again. I still can't find my... It doesn't matter. I don't know how Varric talked me into that. Do not need help embarrassing myself in front of you.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade? Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves. Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them. I speak for all of us when I answer. We could ask for no finer cause.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the beyond. For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost. For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose. Of course I am. Corypheus possessed that Grey Warden at Mythal. What more is he capable of? It's only a matter of time before he retaliates. We must draw strength wherever we can. When the time comes, you will be thrown into his path again. Andraste, preserve me. I must send you to him.
Forgive me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Josephine, as you might expect. Knight Templar Samson, general to Corypheus, traitor to the Order. The blood on his hands cannot be measured. His head is too valuable to take. Kirkwall, Orlais, many would see him suffer. I can't say I'm not one of them. Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order, used them to kill thousands. Your friend Maddox was so loyal, he killed himself. For you. You're not wrong, but you served something greater than yourself once. Perhaps you can be made to remember that. Samson took everything from those Templars. He corrupted their souls, twisted them into everything they stood against. Everything they would have hated. They're barely human now. The Red Lyrium left Samson's mind unaltered. He knew what he was doing. And he dares speak as though it were a mercy? The man's a monster. I pray his information is useful. His life is good for little else. I may have once, but after what he's done, my sympathies lie with those he betrayed. They will extend no further. The Red Templars needed to be torn down. We've broken Corypheus's army. I might have known some of them. If my life had gone differently, I might have been one of them.
Do you ever wonder what would have happened if you had not been at the Conclave? If you'd never become the Inquisitor?
Do not like having that mirror, Illuvian, in Skyhold. Corypheus may not be able to travel through it, but what if something else can?
I did. Said I was unreasonable, then offered to explain how the Illuvian works using words with less than 4 syllables. Circle had a library. I'm fairly well read. I'm not unreasonable.
Then all that remains is to find Corypheus before he comes to us. His dragon must come and go from somewhere.
Am I imagining it? Or do we have a moment to breathe? I think you're right. You brought us here. You are proof that the Inquisition made a difference. That we will continue to do so. I should be thanking you. You gave me a chance to prove myself. In your place, I'm not sure I would have done the same. I should let you mingle. I'm sure everyone desires your attention. As much as I might want it. You managed to slip away. I thought I might claim more of your attention after all. I hadn't planned that far ahead. The battle's over. There will be a new divine. Yet I don't care about anything other than you being alive. I don't know what happens after this. Liliana is to be divine. It will be strange to see her go. Given her plans for the Chantry, the months to come will be interesting. It's good to see you. Come to distract me, have you? You're looking lovely. Have I told you that?